Weddings are a time of love, joy, and celebration, right? Well, not everywhere. Imagine a wedding where the bride is kidnapped, the groom has to endure painful challenges, and the entire village gathers to test their union in ways that would shock outsiders. In this African tribe, marriage is not just about love, it's a ritual that tests endurance, strength, and devotion in ways you won't believe. But where do these traditions come from? Are they still practiced today? And how do the young people of this tribe feel about them? Stay with us as we dive into the most shocking wedding traditions in Africa, uncovering the hidden meanings, the history, and the modern-day controversies behind these practices. The cultural importance of marriage in this tribe. Marriage in this African tribe isn't just a personal decision, it's a sacred duty that affects entire families, communities, and even the tribe's survival. Unlike in many Western societies where love is the primary reason for marriage, here, marriage serves several crucial roles. Strengthening social bonds. Marriages are often arranged to connect families, forming alliances that benefit the entire tribe. Ensuring economic stability. Dowries or bride prices are exchanged as compensation for raising a daughter. Upholding traditions. The customs surrounding marriage are centuries old and define the tribe's identity. Fertility and continuation of lineage. A couple's ability to have children is central to the success of a marriage. Why this matters? In a society where survival depends on unity, marriage is not just an emotional commitment, but a practical, lifelong partnership with responsibilities. But before a couple can be wed, they must undergo a series of intense and shocking rituals. Let's start with the groom's biggest challenge. The groom's journey, proving his worth through pain and strength. Before a man can marry, he must prove that he is physically strong, mentally tough, and capable of protecting his wife and future family. The strength test, fighting for marriage. One of the most intense traditions in this tribe is the groom's endurance test. He must compete against other men in wrestling matches to prove his strength. In some cases, the groom must endure whipping or scarification, a painful but respected practice that signifies bravery. If he fails these challenges, he may not be allowed to marry at all. This tradition dates back centuries, when survival depended on strength. A weak husband was seen as a liability to his wife and the entire tribe. Modern twist. Some younger men question this practice, arguing that strength doesn't define a good husband. However, many others insist that it is a necessary test of character. And while the groom fights for his future, the bride faces her own shocking tradition. How the ritual works. The groom and his friends kidnap the bride from her family's home, often in the middle of the night. The bride's family pretends to resist, but they are often aware of and even expect the act. The groom must prove he can take his bride, demonstrating his dominance and ability to provide for her. The bride is taken to the groom's home, where she undergoes rituals to prepare her for marriage. Why this happens? Symbolic of ancient times, when men had to claim their wives. Represents the woman leaving her family behind to join her new husband. Tests the groom's determination to win his wife. Controversy and changing views. While some in the tribe still follow this custom, many younger women reject it, arguing that marriage should be a choice, not an obligation. But the traditions don't stop here. The next challenge is even more shocking. The wedding feast, a test of survival and endurance. Unlike Western weddings, where food is purely for celebration, the wedding feast in this African tribe is another test of the couple's ability to survive together. The groom's task, hunting for the wedding feast. The groom must hunt and kill an animal, often a wild antelope or goat, as a sign that he can provide for his wife. If he fails, he may lose his right to marry. The bride's task, preparing a traditional meal. The bride must cook a complex meal using traditional methods. She is often judged by the groom's family on her ability to prepare food properly. This symbolizes her readiness to manage a household. A marriage built on survival. These rituals prepare the couple for the hardships of life, showing that both husband and wife must contribute to the family's well-being. But the biggest challenge still awaits them, their wedding night. The wedding night, a public or private affair? In most cultures, the wedding night is a private event. However, in this African tribe, it comes with its own set of traditions. Possible wedding night rituals. Elder supervision. In some cases, village elders may witness or bless the union to ensure the marriage is valid. Public declaration. The couple may be required to publicly confirm that the marriage has been consummated. Spiritual blessings. Some tribes perform fertility rituals to increase the chances of having children. Modern views. Younger generations increasingly reject these traditions, preferring a more private and personal experience. However, elders argue that these customs preserve the sacredness of marriage. So, will these shocking traditions survive the modern era? The air is filled with joy and anticipation as the sun rises over the vibrant village. Today, the community comes together to celebrate the union of two souls, bound not only by love but by tradition. The bride, adorned in intricate beads, vibrant fabrics, and a crown of flowers, is surrounded by her closest family, each step she takes echoing centuries of cultural pride. The groom, draped in ceremonial attire, stands tall, his heart filled with honor and hope for the future. The ceremony is a grand display of unity. Ancient dances weave through the gathering, while the rhythmic beat of drums fills the air, guiding the couple into a new chapter. Elders bless the union, invoking the spirits of ancestors to guide their path, while laughter and song fill the day. It is a celebration of not just two people, but of a whole community, as they come together to witness the sacred bond of love, respect, and tradition. The future of these traditions, will they last? With technology, education, and human rights movements spreading across Africa, many wedding traditions are changing or disappearing. Some couples reject these customs in favor of modern weddings. Others believe tradition should be preserved to maintain their cultural identity. Governments and human rights groups have outlawed certain harmful practices, such as forced marriages and violent initiation rituals. The big question: should these traditions be preserved, modified, or abandoned? What do you think? Should cultural traditions evolve, or should they remain unchanged? Did this video surprise you? Give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating cultures and traditions. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Comment below, do you think these wedding traditions should stay or change? Let's start a discussion.